And I've jobbed that up already.
Awesome.
But it's going to be okay.
That's what we're talking about, dude.
Trust me, man. It's going to be okay.
That's my hero right there. Go ahead, you murdering piece of shit. Keep in mind, folks, another inmate did this very same maneuver just a month prior. And Chester County. There he goes.
Dun, 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 dun. There he goes.
There goes Spider-Man.
Boys and girls, welcome aboard for the Brothers Hack the Matrix. How you doing, man?
Well,
rock and roll. That'll work. Oh man, we'll get to it. We don't need to talk about that right now. We'll get to it. Yes, it's football season. That's why I've got my Seahawks gear on tonight. It's open night tonight. And we'll talk all about that when we get to the jockstrap. But what the people want to know right now, Daniel, is first, what are you drinking? Fire us.
Pint of the black, little Guinness, ting. Cheers, my brother.
Mm. And the people also want to know what's up with the axe, bro.
A grail?
A grail? The Holy Grail.
Is the Holy Grail. The Epiphone. Zach Wild's signature with the EMG smoking hot.
Nice, man.
Badass, dude. I've had this guitar since 2010.
Yeah.
It's a rock machine, dude. It really is. It is a smoke, and it's a beautiful guitar, by the way. And it's heavy as, Zach, the neck is thick like a baseball bat. It's a heavy guitar, but it's got a lot of good warm tones to it.
Zach Attack.
Zach Attack, bro.
My brother.
So what's up with you, man?
Is the biggest Zach Wild fan in the world. Nothing much. Black Label Society.
Yeah, man.
I am working on commissions. We've got an arts and crafts show. You know, we got Heidi's show this weekend at the Bossier Civic Center.
What are commissions? Is that the portraits you're doing?
Yeah, that's portraits I do for people. Yeah, I'm in the middle of working on one now, and trying to get some more this weekend. Bossier Civic Center, come see me and Rhonda. She'll have her crafts on display, and I'll have my artwork up. So,
shop until you drop.
Shop until you damn drop, man. But, hey, that's this weekend. Right now, of course, as usual, because I'm kicking back, having fun with my brother, my boss is on my ass. And the boss is in the news this week.
What do we got?
What do we got?
Well, you know what we got. We got the top.
Well, he don't look like that no more.
No, he doesn't. He looks more like me. Long white hair. But anyway, we got the top of the heap, boys and girls.
Top of the heap.
And you know what it's all about in the top of the heap, man. First of all, I'm going to have to redo this.
We keep talking about this.
Get the correct team in there on the top of the heap.
Get them on the top, bro.
Got to get them on there. Yeah.
Come on.
I do. But,
makes you feel good, because after the last weekend, it's kind of rough for the.
I didn't think you'd want to talk about that. We're going to get to it, though. We're going to get to it.
Got to talk about it. We talk about wins. We
got to talk about the losses. I got you. Got to be fair and balanced. Yes. Got you. But, you know what? We got to start.
Eject. Fire on the flight deck. This business will get out of control. It'll get out of control, and we'll be lucky to live through it.
You know what we start with? It's the war in the Ukraine, boys and girls. And this time around, we've got, let's see, where is the. Oh, this is a video. This is about a Russian S-34. Hang on a second. Let me pop this up real
Those
quick.
that doesn't even look real, dude. That looks like something out of a movie.
I know it does, but this is a Russian forces have fired Moscow's vaunted Kinzhal hypersonic missile at Ukraine using an Su-34 fighter bomber for the first time. Things are escalating over there, man. But you know, it's always about
to be expected, right? Russia's not going to go out quietly. I mean, they backed themselves into a corner, and they're gonna. That's the scary part. They're going to pull out every stop that they have. And yeah.
Well, the thing I don't like about it is how old Putin is now. I mean, it's a little different back in the day, but hey, look. Bottom line, you and I were both in the military whenever we weren't friends with the Russians yet, before the wall fell. And I'm never going to trust him. And the fact that this guy's KGB, I wouldn't trust a thing he says. So, that's just all there is to it.
I mean, and there's another article in there. I'm sure you're going to talk about it where they're going to withhold grain.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. Yep. This one right here I thought was interesting. The Russian pilot. Now, I don't think we talked about this last week. We were going to, but you were on your trip to New Orleans, your yearly trip. But the Russian pilot who defected to the Ukraine with an Mi-8 helicopter said he flew 32 feet above the ground to avoid being seen and turned off his transponder.
Well, that's some intelligence right there, right? That's
the guy definitely wanted to get the hell out of there. Yeah, for sure.
That and if you fly this low or whatever, if you want to deliver some deliverables, some strikes, you get below a certain foot, according to this guy, and they won't even see you on the radar.
Yep. So that
right
shows some smarts to me, man. That guy knew what he was doing when he wanted to get the hell out of Dodge.
He does. He knows the systems. He knows their capabilities, and he had been thinking about doing that, and he says, "You know what? I can get away with this.
Yep,
I can get out of here."
And then we keep hearing about this guy, even though he's dead now. Everything is fine. Wagner boss Yurgi Pregnazone, as I like to call him,
Yurgi Gagarin,
appears in new video filmed days before his suspected demise. Now, read this headline, people. And I'm going to talk about these stupid ass headlines these people write. Let's read that again. New video filmed days before his suspected demise. Now, if it was something that was filmed after his demise, I'd be interested.
That'd be something else, right? Entirely.
You know what I mean?
But before,
they're doing everything they can to make it look like this guy's alive. He's dead, folks. If you end up on the wrong end of Pootie Tang's list, because Pootie Tang
7 times.
He
Pootie?
What a time.
What does he sign his what?
Sign your pity on the running kind.
Right there. Now, when
that's
that happens,
does, bro.
That's your ass right there.
That's it. I'm telling you, man.
Sign this pity on the running guy. That's it for you.
That. He got your number. I mean, the death toll, it's mounting. The people that have been against him during this war that disappear, die on mysterious. I mean, they made this one look like a plane crash.
That fool was dead from jump. I mean, from
as soon as he started his march for Moscow, he was done.
Yeah, he was dead for real.
Now this one here, I mean, this is what these kind of things do to your country. One of Russia's richest oligarchs, and we talked about this guy before, them wanting to get his money back in Moscow. Right. He's left there. Richest oligarchs who now lives in Dubai says Putin's invasion of the Ukraine made him a pariah.
Sure
One of Russia's richest individuals said he became a pariah in the United Arab Emirates where he fled after being sanctioned. Yeah, it's freaking crazy, man. It's giving him a bad name all over the world, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I think there's some back talks with China that emboldened him to make that move.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now he's out there and China's going, well,
I don't know. We didn't talk.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know anything about that guy. I don't know anything about that at all. Just really don't know. I really don't know.
I really don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
And this guy, this little comedian in charge of this corrupt money laundering country, Zelensky assassination is being plotted by NATO nation. Russia TV claims. Russian TV is claiming that a NATO nation wants to whack the guy at the top in the Ukraine.
Well, you see headlines like that on both sides. You know, assassinations are underway for Putin. Assassination underway for this fool right here.
Yeah.
You know, all while we're sending over how many billions of dollars in this freak show.
Yeah.
To cover up whatever wrongdoings the Biden family had going on over there. You know, and we the taxpayers are on the hook for all this shit.
Yep. It's crazy. Freaking. But apparently Biden is feeling the pinch in more ways than one. Ukraine's Zelensky
Biden's
bombed.
feeling a pinch. Joe Biden?
Well, actually, no, probably his son. Oh, did you vapor lock, bro? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to vapor lock you. Snap out of it, Dan. Snap out of it. Bro. Come on, bro. Come on, McConnell. Snap out
Come
of it.
on back to us.
Come on back to it. The Ukraine...
I can be president. I can be head of the Senate. I can do it.
Doesn't matter what age you are, right? We're going to talk about that later on. Ukraine's Zelensky bombed first White House meeting with Biden, book says. Demanded to join NATO, coupled with a claim that France and Germany would leave, pissed off U.S. President Arthur Franklin Foyer reports. Oh, my God. This guy. Yeah, it's crazy. But his son's still on the loose. Hunter Biden's ex-stripper fling living it up after embattled first son accused of corruption and federal tax probe. Unbelievable, man. Luden Roberts appeared unbothered that the father of her love child is facing mounting legal issues after his sweetheart deal fell through. Man,
yeah. New charges come out against Hunter Biden from the what's that special counsel. They got new charges, which, you know, a special counsel is going to have to do something after reports that we talked about, where he's you know, and inviting big donors, Democratic donors, into his office and so there's already a smoking gun there. So what does he do? Oh, we're going to just introduce new charges against Hunter, and that'll make people think that we're legit. Bullshit, man.
Whatever, man. Whatever. Right. This gang is so corrupt. It's not even funny, man. It's ridiculous.
It really is, dude. It's just, and the sad part is that they think that the American people, for the most part, can't you know, pick it out at all. We can't recognize it.
Yeah.
Maybe most people can't. I don't even know.
But they're, you know, they're making sweetheart deals for him, while at the same time we got some stories here before we get out of the top of the heap where they have weaponized the justice system as well.
Oh yeah, they've been doing that for a while now.
But I did want to say something about this one right here. This is some, I mean, just to let you know, it's not just Ukraine and Russia that have tensions. Okay, this story, caught my eye earlier this week. Jet ski tourist shot dead off the coast of Algeria. Now this is waters between Algeria and Morocco. And apparently these two countries don't get along very well. And some jet skiers were in Moroccan waters and drifted into the Algerian coast.
Drifted into their area.
Coast Guard lit them up. Let's see. The dead were among 4 French Moroccan dual nationals who had set off from the Moroccan resort of Sadea.
What?
Yeah. Apparently they drifted too close.
They were where they were not supposed to be, apparently, and they got blown away.
They were not in waters they were supposed to be in. That's insane. Just regular tourists got gunned down by the Coast Guard of Algeria.
Well, I mean, there you go, right? Okay, so here in the United States, so we're probably going to try to detain or whatever, but you try that shit in the country.
Yeah.
And we're terrible here, right? It's a terrible country.
We're a country of laws, right? And everything is to protect the innocent, but the bad guys use it to their advantage, of course. But because of that, we try to detain people without killing them.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Not everybody in the world does that, folks. When you start thinking about this country, remember, you've got it pretty damn good.
Really damn good. Try to go jet skiing over there in Algeria or whatever, in Morocco.
Right.
See what happens to you over there.
You'll get lit up by the Coast Guard.
I got to get a tissue. My nose is running like crazy.
Okay, buddy, go for it. The next one we got here, we actually have some video from this one from Twitter. The headline reads, tens of thousands still stranded in survival mode at drenched Burning Man site. Now, these people started leaving after it dried out after the rains, but they had some monsoon rains there. And authorities were investigating a death there.
What do you know about this Burning Man festival?
I don't know anything about
it. Isn't it a bunch of beatniks against the man? Is that what it is? And at the end of this,
I'm not sure. I don't know what Burning Man is at all.
Smoking mushroom festival. They burned some wooden man in effigy.
Yeah, you got that.
But other than that, I mean, I guess this thing has been going on for a long time.
Yep. Check out the rain. This is from Twitter. It's a video they shot. These people were wearing plastic bags. That music's too loud. I'm gonna stop.
Well, you know as well as I do, when it gets muddy and you try to walk on that thick mud, sometimes you'll lose your shoes in that shit.
Yeah, you will.
And they
were using garbage bags in their hands or feet and everything. It's crazy.
Look, and people trying to drive out of there. You couldn't even drive through that slick. That's like that Indian clay that we got in Louisiana. Once that gets slick, you're not going anywhere.
Yep, for sure. And this is like the Salt Flats, isn't it? This is where,
dude. I really don't. It seems like a very weird festival to me. I don't know.
Yeah. But if Black Rock City's where it's at, and they have all kinds of crazy headlines coming out here. No, there's no Ebola outbreak at Burning Man. I mean, they were putting all kinds of crazy shit over the web.
It was very unsanitary there. Once the deluge happened, the porta potties that they had there in the facilities they had were just overrun, and you can imagine the runoff, and it makes for a very unsanitary situation, right?
Yeah. And this is an aerial shot of just one the center. If you see some of the aerial shots from that thing, there are thousands, tens of thousands of vehicles out there, and they're all placed like this where you can get in and out eventually. But I mean, this is crazy. The amount of people that go to this thing.
I don't know how long this thing has been going on. Maybe somebody that's listening could tell us, but this Burning Man festival is apparently a big deal. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know much about it, really. We got this story. Now, this guy needs our prayers right now. An ailing American explorer trapped 3,000 feet deep in Turkish cave awaits difficult rescue.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Rescuers from across Europe rushed to the cave in Turkey on Thursday, launching an operation to save an American researcher who became trapped almost 1,000 meters, 3,000 feet below the cave's entrance after suffering stomach bleeding. Oh, my God.
So what happened? Did the face of the cave cave in or something? How did they get trapped down there?
I'm not sure. Experienced caver Mark Dickey, 40, suddenly became ill during an expedition. It's an illness, what it is.
Oh, he's just sick.
With a handful of others, including 3 other Americans. They're trying to get him out because apparently he can't travel. That's the problem. So prayers for that guy right there.
Yeah, no doubt. Hopefully he gets home safely.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then the last story we've got tonight has to do with Danny's birthday. The day that will live in infamy, not because Dan was born on it, but apparently, we had a little tiff at the Capitol, and some of the Proud Boys got smacked this week. 2 ex-Proud Boys leaders
Where did they come up with that freaking name, dude?
The Proud Boys?
Yeah.
They actually, if I remember correctly, this particular faction of guys they actually started this organization just as a joke to see if they could get something going. That's how this started. And they called
they got
themselves
something going, all right.
Yeah, they did, apparently.
They got a lot of jail time going is what they got.
But anyway, let's see. The Proud Boys leaders get among the longest sentences in January 6th Capitol attack. And the two guys we're talking about are, 17-year prison term for organizer Joseph Biggs and 15-year sentence for Zachary Rell. Those were handed down earlier this week. And just yesterday, this one came out. Former Proud Boy leader Enrique Tarrio sentenced to 22 years.
22 years.
For his role.
You don't meddle in the rich people's waters, dude. You will pay the ultimate price, dude. We're just not welcome at our nation's capital. We can't do that. We can't disagree. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Because your ass will go to jail. You'll be marked as a freaking domestic terrorist.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That
if you want to burn down a city over whatever,
they've weaponized the justice system, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Small Time Republic says, hail. I think Gavin McInnes helped start the Proud Boys. Did he? Didn't they do it on I could swear that Gavin was talking on Joe Rogan, I think it was, and I think they did it on a whim just to see if they could get something going. Just a joke kind of thing. Pretty sure. Check into it for me, Matt, and get back to me, man. I think that's the organization I'm thinking of, the Proud Boys. But anyway, that's it for Top of the Heap tonight, guys. That's the serious stuff going on. Our prayers are going out to that researcher that's trapped in the cave, and definitely everybody involved in the conflict in Ukraine and Russia. Let's hope that cooler heads prevail before Pootie Tang.
Got my dillies on the pepper tank.
Got my dillies on the pepper side.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Small Timer Public says, I got bigger. It got bigger than they planned. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, they just did it on like a whim just to see if they could get something going, and it got going all right. They actually started doing something huge there. So that's it for that. And then, of course, as soon as I stop to take a breath, he's on me.
What do we got? What do we got?
Know what we got, man. We got the jock strap. We got Philip Seymour Hoffman draining threes. Got the Miami.
That dude has got the patented jump shot. Look at that jump shot, dude. Money.
Unable to handle it.
Money. Oh, Cutler. Getting smacked in the face. Disrespect. Level disrespect, dude.
Oh, man. My gosh. Look at this.
And, dude,
crazy.
Plate holder. Get your hands up, bro. Gee, what are you doing?
The season is upon us, boys and girls.
Yeah. It is
my personal favorite season. Now, my brother's personal favorite season starts about halfway through the football season, isn't it? Doesn't it start about?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Starts about halfway, right?
Yep.
It's about the end of baseball season when the NBA and the NHL start up, right?
NHL start pretty soon, man. Pretty soon.
Yeah. But that's Danny's favorite sport, but he loves his football too. Let me tell you,
I love college football. NFL's all right, it's cool, but I'm a big fan of college football. I love.
That's what a lot of our stories in the Jockstrap are about tonight, and we got to start with my man, Prime Time, and some of the upsets that happened this weekend. Man, I was so proud of this football team, man. Sanders, Colorado shocked the world with a 45-42 upset of number 17 TCU. Now, how did they fall so far after being? They were in the national championship last year. I guess.
They had a great run. They had a great run. Plus, they're blessed to be playing in the Big 12, which is a garbage division. So, they made their way into the playoff. They had a great run. They really did. The quarterback,
Rich Eisen had an interesting take on this earlier today. He said, "Do you think that if this had happened last year, that the Big 12 could have been saved? This right here, this one incident? No. They were going to leave anyway. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yes. That is a dead conference. Pac-12 dead.
Pac-12 punks. That's what we like to call
all about this conference right here.
Yeah, we know about the SEC, brother.
That's
I'm
the
not
monster.
looking forward to joining them. I'll tell you that, man. We train them next year.
Sink or
Oh,
swim,
man.
dude. Because there's a lot of sharks in that water, man.
Yeah, I know there is. But that wasn't the only upset this weekend. Also, well, before we get off of that one, J.J. Watt reacted to Deion Sanders' and Colorado upset with a tweet. He said, what did he say? Colorado TCU is a phenomenal way to officially kick off the college football season. What a damn game. Banana land.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, dude, I watched and I was going to pull it up, but I didn't want to show too many videos tonight. And we got some videos we want to show, but dude, I watched Rich Eisen showed the pep talk he gave his team in the locker room beforehand. And it's like Deion's cut out of the same cloth that Ray Lewis is. He's a leader of fucking man. He had them boys fired up.
Well, look, awesome. he has won at every level. That he's played.
Yep.
He understands what it takes to win.
Yep. He sure does.
He just does.
I mean, a lot of people think he was doing this on a whim, and I'm like, you guys don't know that dude. He was
Jackson State before. He had them playing at a very high level, and then that's a great coaching opportunity for him at that level, man. Nothing is expected of him in Colorado. They haven't been doing shit for the longest time.
Yeah, he's already matched their win total from last year. With one game, so but that wasn't the only one. Duke came out and beat Clemson.
They beat Clemson, right up top, and that game was not close. Duke handled them.
Yeah, that's. I mean, there was a lot of upsets, and the elephant in the room, the LSU Tigers.
They all pale in comparison to the beatdown that LSU took.
Yeah, that was a beatdown.
Sunday night on prime time. Everybody saw it.
Mm-hmm.
LSU, I don't know how they warrant a number 5 ranking coming out of the preseason because it is a different team.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just get the number 5 ranking because of the name and Coach Kelly and the success he's had in the past. But they played sound football in the first half, left a lot of points on the field the first half. But, you're going into the locker room 17-14 up at halftime, and you come out in the second half, and, well, they physically came out, but they weren't out there to play. And Florida State made a point to run them out of the building, and that's what they did.
Yeah,
they ran LSU right off the field. One team wanted to play 4 quarters. The other team was not interested in that. So they got embarrassed. They really did. And Coach Kelly, his presser after that, he took full responsibility. But then he let his team know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey.
Well, if you saw it, there was plenty of blame going all over the place, including himself. It starts with him and the coaching staff.
Yeah.
And
well, yeah, players. Of course it does. Let's see. Small Time Republic says, when it comes to the SEC, I'll quote the late, great Mr. Buffett. We got fins to the left, fins to the right, and we're the only bait in town. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Real Wade, I'm going to hold your comment for here in a little bit when we actually pick tonight's opener. And Small Time also says, of course, I joke about Duke, and they got out and clobbered Clemson. Yeah. I was joking about him too. I said the basketball school, no way, But how the
is Matt Brown still the head coach there at Duke?
I'm not sure. Small Time will let us know.
Or maybe
Matt Brown still the coach?
I can't remember. He might be at North Carolina. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, this right here. Now, look, guys, this is the only thing I wanted to show about the LSU game. This freaked me out when I saw it. This kid does not need to make plays like this. He really doesn't. This is the quarterback of LSU going up the middle, trying to jump over the pile, and he gets buried, destroyed right in the middle. Let me see if there's a video of it. Yeah, here we go. He's going up and over and then gets buried. I'm like, dude, I understand youth does some silly shit, but wow, that's crazy. He had no business doing that, man.
That Joe John, that heat of the moment. That's a guy trying to make a play.
I know. Yeah,
There's a whole lot of
if he was a few years older, he wouldn't be doing that stuff. But yeah,
well,
that's
I'll tell
what
you
I'm
right
saying.
now. That kind of a player, you see those players do that at the NFL level. That's the only way they know how to play the game.
Yeah,
they're not, and you don't want to discourage that guy from making those.
But still, I don't want to see him get murdered.
It's easy to sit here and say, "Oh, he should have never done that." It's on the football field. He's trying to make a play.
Mac Brown coaches at UNC.
UNC. There you go.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Okay, so this story I thought was funny, man. These guys are always going to have a magnifying glass on them. Fans angry with Texas handling of Arch Manning's playing time. What the hell is this thing?
That shows you the Texas Longhorn fan right there. They won the game, and they're bitching because he actually, I guess he's third on the depth chart. He's the number one recruit coming out of high school at the quarterback position, and they thought that he should have seen some playing time.
Oh man, unbelievable!
Bro, break. They're probably going to redshirt him, and he might not even see the field this year.
I was expecting to say if I had him, I'd redshirt him and let him watch. Yeah, shit, yeah. Small Time Republic says the SEC went 0-3 in games that matter. Ooh, that's not good.
Hey, when you're the top of the heap, man, you know.
Yeah, they treat it like it's the Super Bowl, no doubt. And look, I have to give, and we talked about this on pregame party this week. You have to give LSU credit. They do not come out against cupcakes in their opening game. They never do. They face the best.
To the rest of college football and all you college football fans are out there, and when it comes playoff time, SEC, all I got to do is say this to you guys.
To be the man, you got to beat the man.
And that's the SEC. SEC dominates. And I'll say this again.
To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Down with freaking big, what is it, Pac-12. What's it, big whatever. They're all disappearing. And they're going right here, man, to the SEC. They all want a piece of the pie, man.
That's where my guys are going.
That's
the Big 12 is still good. The Big 12 is still going to be around. But, man, wow. Everybody's going to the SEC.
To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Okay, Dan, quit flogging that.
That's what's up.
Jesus. Hey, Highlander, Railway Nation says. But anyway, that's Danny's favorite kind of football. Now we're going to get into my favorite kind of football, the NFL. There's a whole
scripted football.
The scripted football. There's a whole slate of games, and we're not going to go over all of them. I'm looking at them right now, and the ones I'm interested in seeing this weekend, definitely Cleveland versus Cincinnati looks good to me because they're both very talented teams.
Big game.
That's a big one.
In-state rivalry, former ownership, that whole thing right there. So big game, always a big game.
Pittsburgh, San Francisco. That's going to be a slobber knocker, man. That kid Pickett showed some promise there at the end of the season, and now he's got a beast. I can't remember. I think it's Pickens. Is that kid's name? Yeah.
Look, he was in he was in college. I think he was a 5-year starter at Pitt. And the guy can play, so we'll see.
Yeah. And another one I'm really looking forward to is where is it? Yeah, Chicago and Green Bay. And the reason why is I was hearing big things about Chicago's offense taking a step forward in the preseason, but that's preseason, Yeah. But it's going to be interesting to see how Jordan Love does after sitting on the pine for 3 years behind Rodgers. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays.
Well, remember Rodgers, how long did he sit on the pine before he got
did. He sat behind Favre. He sure did. And when he came out, he was gangbusters. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't sleep on Jordan Love if I were you. I wouldn't do that at all. That's for sure. They didn't get rid of him.
That Saints Titans game, that's a very physical game between those two teams.
Yeah.
And I expect much the same. I expect a low-scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
I expect the Titans to win because the Saints, just at the end of the day, they've reverted back to the 70s where they find creative ways to lose games. So they'll continue that this year.
Danny has become Missouri when it comes to his Saints. You got to show me. Damn it. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, what about tonight's game, dude? What do you think about tonight's game?
Where are they playing?
They are playing in Kansas City, and they're hanging the banner tonight, bro.
Yeah.
Now, word is, I'm not sure about Kelsey's health. I know he hyperextended his knee in practice 2 days ago, and I'm not sure about. Let's see. He will miss the opener. It says right here
Okay.
due to a knee injury.
Well,
So he's
it
not
matters
going to be there.
not because they've got so many weapons, and
Yeah.
they're tough to play at home. Unless you're Cincinnati, and Cincinnati does pretty good in there, but I don't think, and they're picking Detroit to win that division. They don't have the pedigree. They don't have the pedigree. I don't think they know how to win anyway.
Mhm.
So I see them going in there. It may stay close for a bit, but I think the Chiefs will handle their business and win that game going away. And I see Detroit floundering first half, and then they'll play like gangbusters in the second half to save the coach's job. There you go.
Okay.
But yeah,
Well,
Kansas
I
City.
think I like the direction they're going. They beat some good teams down the stretch last year.
Saved the coach's job, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Didn't they?
Yes, they did. Real Wade Nation thinks it's going to be the Lions 20-12. I beg to differ, man. Let me tell you something. The best home field advantage in the NFL is a four-way tie. It's between the Kansas City Chiefs, the New Orleans Saints, the Seattle Seahawks, and Lambeau. All four of those places, it is hard to go in there and win because you're playing 12 people.
Gillette Field in Foxborough.
Yeah.
You don't win in there.
Not so much
unless you're the Ravens, but other than that, you don't win.
Yeah, I can't see them going in. I just because of Kelsey, whatever. Kelsey is not the only weapon they got. Look, as long as number 15 is throwing the ball, guess what? They're going to score points.
Yeah, they got a lot of weapons there. Weapons there. They have plenty on the field to beat Detroit.
Yeah, for sure.
Plenty, because Detroit's defense was their Achilles last year. I mean,
but there's other news in the NFL. There's other news in the NFL. We got the Saints reserve rookie QB Jake Haener suspended for 6 games. Performance enhancers, apparently. So, and this guy looked good in the preseason, apparently. So, he's going to take
good
the
against
sabbatical.
The special teamers.
Yeah, right. Look good against the special teamers, no doubt. And let's see, and we got to give our condolences to the family of Mike Williams, the wide receiver that played for the Buccaneers. Former NFL wide receiver. When I first saw this, I saw that he was in critical condition in the hospital. But Mike Williams was on life support after an accident at construction site, and the update is that he passed away.
Do they give any details as far as what the accident involved?
Yeah, he got hit with a steel girder. A steel girder hit him in the head.
And I'm just guessing he wasn't wearing a hard hat on the construction site.
I don't think it mattered, Dan. I'm sure he had one on, but his brain swelled and his spinal column. It sounds like it landed right on his head, even if he had a hard hat on. A steel girder would do that to anybody.
Well, yeah, it's no doubt, but I guarantee you, I know when you're on a construction site, a permitted construction site, one that's got the proper permits, they'll have inspectors. You better have a hard hat on. You better have harnesses on when you're up at high places. And
Yep, absolutely.
We take safety for granted, man. It's a shame, and that guy lost his life, and it's a terrible thing.
It is a shame. Small Time Republic says the Saints fans were recently named a top 5 team in terms of alcohol consumption. No doubt.
We're still going to party. We're still going to party, dude.
It's Louisiana, man.
We're not delusional, right? Like Cowboy fans. We're going to Super Bowl. Man, we'll just bust out the bags. Maybe we'll go to the game. Maybe we won't. We'll be down on Bourbon Street
partying. We're going to be partying. That's for damn sure. Now, I love this story we saw this week. It's from Armchair.
Vindication, bro. Vindication.
In an interview with San Francisco 49ers Hall of Fame QB Joe Montana thinks that, I think they asked him in the interview if Tom Brady was the best quarterback they ever played. And he said, Joe Montana thinks that Miami Dolphins legend Dan Marino is the greatest quarterback of all time. Here's what he said on this topic. Put Marino into today's game and he gets free release, and his receivers, holy cow, weren't very big.
Yep.
Now these guys are like 6'4", 6'5". I think Marino is probably one of the most unsung heroes of the game. people don't talk enough about him or realize the numbers he put up during the times that he put them up.
Yep.
He had a quick release. I had to step into a lot of things to get enough force on the ball. He had the perfect torque of his upper body and strength to deliver the ball quickly at a fast release with accuracy. Yeah, Joe Montana, who, by the way, is Tom Brady's childhood hero, thinks that Dan Marino is the greatest quarterback that ever played the game. And I say this about Dan Marino. He's my favorite quarterback because he's my kind of quarterback. I like the pocket passer, and there's no doubt he is the best pocket passer I've ever watched play football. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's. I mean, to me, Joe Montana's opinion is the only one that matters as far as that goes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy was ice cold, never lost a Super Bowl, lost a Super Bowl.
Yep.
And he played in the Marino era. He knew those guys. They play together. They know the caliber of player Dan Marino was. And look, those Marino teams were not great.
No,
they didn't have a running game to speak of.
No,
none. So every team knew what the freaking Dolphins were going to be doing, but they couldn't stop that guy when he was in his prime, dude. He had the monster hair trigger release. I mean,
the best defense,
great,
arguably. That ever
in that pocket like nobody's business and get that arm free and just hit guys, man. It was amazing watching.
The best defense, arguably, it's on the list of the best defenses. Definitely top 5 defense ever. The 85 Bears had one blemish on their record. It was on a Monday night when they went into Miami to play Dan Marino, and he said, "Okay, you guys want to load the box? Then I'll throw for 350 on you." And he threw 4 touchdowns. Yeah. I mean, he wasn't even scared of that
team
shit.
Wanted to put pressure on him and blitz him. Yeah, because he could recognize where it's coming from, where the ball's going to go.
Yep. Yeah, it was nuts.
Very quick. Boom. Didn't need a lot of time.
That's it.
And like Steve Young said, the guy basically played his whole career with a freaking ski boot on his right leg.
Yeah, there at the end, there was about 3 years there after he blew out his Achilles. Yep. That's for sure. Let's see. And the last one for that tonight, it doesn't have to do with football, but I'm a big fan. I had to bring this one up. Fact or fiction, Ronda Rousey's ex-boyfriend claims Rowdy offered more money than God for UFC 300 return. Apparently, they're trying to get her to get back into UFC. Guys, I got news for you. She's not coming back to UFC. She's not going to do that.
I wouldn't say she would be.
No. If she wants to make some more money, she'll do it in the WWE. She's not going to do it in the UFC.
Because those young girls are going to hold her and destroy her. I mean, that's just the facts. You know, young energy always takes over.
Yeah, she's past her prime when it comes to the UFC, no doubt. Yep. When Holly Holmes beat her, that was just a case. Because when you watched her fight, it was always the ground game. She always got him with an arm lock. It was, but when she met somebody that jabbed her to death and wouldn't let him near her, she got taken apart. It was not pretty. Sam, a Small Time Republic says Marino did a fake spike one time and then threw a touchdown. Hell yeah, that was against the Jets. I'll never forget it. It was awesome.
Got him.
Gotcha. It was so damn awesome, man. The guy was great. He really was. I hate that he never got a ring, but you know what? He's proof that you can be the greatest. And this is why I say that football is the greatest team sport, because even if you're as good as that guy was, unless you've got 22 other guys that are on the same page, it's not going to happen for you, man. We've seen some great football players that never won a ring. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, he was one of them. Okay.
Really up to me, the guy that he broke all of this. He broke all Fran Tarkenton's records, and Fran Tarkenton was amazing.
And Fran Tarkenton was the Russell Wilson of his day. He was all of about 5'11", Dan, and scrambling maniac. He was
but all of those records that Dan Marino broke, passing records, were all Tarkenton records.
Yep.
He could not win a Super Bowl, though. Just couldn't do it.
Yeah. And Tarkenton couldn't do it either.
That's what I'm saying. Fran Tarkenton could not win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. He went to 3, didn't he, Dan? I think it was 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. But anyway, okay. All right, boss, take it easy. I'll tell you what, you go ahead and yell. You go ahead and yell at me all you want, pal. All right.
Right.
You go ahead and.
What do we got?
because we're about to talk about your ass.
Right? Because you are.
Baby. We're at the Flix.
The Flix.
Yes.
Oh, there's that golden diaper again. Oh, Luke, your hand cut off.
Luke is always going to.
Stallone.
Oh, man.
Driving
Good
a
Lord.
golden diaper.
Poor Bruce.
Oh, my hand.
Well, let me tell you, the first thing we got to talk about tonight is, of course, we got to cover the box office receipts for what went on here Labor Day weekend. It was a 4-day weekend. Equalizer 3, easily the top of the box office, 42 million domestically over that period. That's actually pretty good these days. Not many things are. I mean, hell, Barbie's in number 2 slot with another double-digit weekend, 13 million.
Equalizer. Look, great movie, man.
Yeah.
Great movie. Yes.
Yeah. I saw the first one. I still haven't seen the second one. I didn't think they were going to make a franchise out of this thing. I really didn't.
And it's if you're a big fan of the first one and the second one, it's like a John Wick kind of thing. They stay with the formula.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, a third one, probably my favorite one.
Really?
Because you really see what he's about.
Right.
And how he gets shit. Oh, man.
Sounds cool. Yeah. I mean, look, the reason why I didn't get into it is because I didn't think he'd do the second one. He's never done sequels, Dan. This is the first one that he actually did a sequel.
Consider his age now. Okay, so he's gonna make some money on these trilogies, right? And he's not a young guy anymore, so
no, he's not.
It's a good money, income stream for him. At his age,
Yep.
That's not gonna happen too many more times.
No. So. But, that was number 1 easily. And then you got Barbie, Blue Beetle, Gran Turismo. I keep hearing good things about Gran Turismo. I hear it's the Rocky of the racing movies. That's what I hear.
I am not watching that crap. No, I'm not.
Really? Okay.
No.
Right. And then Oppenheimer's still out there making some bucks. Everything else is just making scratch, But first thing we got to talk about today, this just announced shortly before we went on the air, Danny Masterson sentenced to 30 years to life for raping former Scientologists. Yes. He had 2 victims, and he's 47 years old, convicted of 2 counts of rape in May, and he was sentenced to 30 years to life today.
What is going on with these Scientology people, man? It's so bizarre.
It's a cult, man.
Freaks. I mean,
anybody that's ever studied a cult, that's what it is. It's yeah. If you guys haven't watched the Netflix stuff about it with that girl, I don't know her name, but she used to be on King of Queens, and she has done some great work exposing those fools.
Very bizarre bunch, man. They had at one time they were making a lot of money coming in. They basically brought people in and then just took all their money.
Well, that's what they do with all of them. You're supposed to give damn near all your money to the church.
Yeah.
Why is he famous? Oh, well, he was on that 70s show back in the day.
I never watched that show.
I loved it. He played a character called Hyde. He was their weed connection, basically. He worked at a 60-minute photo for Chong, Dan. For Chong. Okay. Tommy Chong.
Respect. I didn't watch the show, but I heard good thing. They had a rabid following. A lot of people watched that show. So.
Oh well, the main guy, Foreman, is me, Dan. He dated a redhead in high school. He's a big Spider-Man fan, and he's a geek. Okay.
All right then.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
You'd have to see the show. It's good.
Yeah.
But that's why he's famous, man. Real Wade, you're not old enough to know that show. But anyway, speaking of the boss. Al Pacino, 83 years old. Let me reemphasize. Do it to me. I had the friggin' loop on, man. Oh, let me turn that off. Okay.
That's perfect, though, man. That worked good, dude. I got to emphasize that. Look at that freaking picture, bro. He gets what he deserves. She saw him coming. Look at this fool right here.
Reportedly splits from girlfriend 29. 29! And he's 83.
Yeah, come on. Dude.
3 months after she welcomed their son.
3 months
she
after
now wants full custody. And she'll get it, too, because he's too old. Why would you even have a kid at that age? Why?
He doesn't know where he's at. Look at him, dude. He looks like a senator.
You're killing me. Dan. Vapor locked again. Knock it off. You
Run his
man.
ass for president. I guarantee he'd win. Al Pacino, yeah, why not? He's great. He's the Godfather. He would be a great president.
He's 83 years old, and I don't think any of the guys we're fixing to talk about were that age. The music industry got bullet ridden this week, man. They really did. Starting with Gary Wright on the 4th, Dreamweaver singer and George Harrison collaborator, dead at 80 years old. Basically, I call this guy a kind of a one-hit wonder. He did Love Is Alive as well, but he passed away this week. Singer-songwriter was one of the first musicians to create pop and rock albums using only synthesizers.
Well, he signaled the beginning of the end of the, actually having players on the albums, I guess. So thanks, dude.
Appreciate the electronics, bro. Thanks a lot. But he passed away. Listen to this guy, man. And
he's
then,
gone, man. What am I gonna do? So
I got the word that Smash Mouth frontman Steve Harwell died at 80. Or excuse me, listen to me, 80. I've got 80 on the brain.
56.
56 years old. He was young.
That's how old I am. I'll be 56 in January.
Yep, in January.
What did he die of?
Not sure. Let's see. The artist band best known for All Star. The cause of death was acute liver failure.
Booze hound.
Boozing.
Yeah.
He was surrounded by his family and friends and passed away peacefully and comfortably.
Yeah.
I think, isn't All Star the song from Mystery Men? Isn't that one?
Could be. Sure I don't know, brother. Yeah. Or,
you're an all-star. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was from Mystery Men for sure. It was on the soundtrack.
Which is a great movie, by the way.
Yes, it is.
It's awesome.
It absolutely is. Let's see what we got. Joe got some insight into Blue Beetle last night. Yes, I did. Definitely. 83 is pretty young for the Senate. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, buddy.
No doubt.
Joe, how did Al Pacino outlive Buffett? Yeah, that's what that was my whole point. Yes. But anyway, and then we got word that Jimmy Buffett died earlier this week, 76. Right. Yeah, it sucks. The Parrot Heads are mourning this week. That's what his followers were called. He being a parrot head is kind of like being a deadhead. They followed this guy everywhere. And I mean, this guy just believed
he started out as a street performer in New Orleans?
That's not surprising. Some of the best talented people.
That's where he loved the Saints. He loved New Orleans.
No doubt. But the Parrot Heads, man, they love this guy, and he turned it into a super huge business, man. We've got a Margaritaville right here.
Billionaire.
Yeah, he's a billionaire now, man. And his whole mantra was just, hey, kick back, relax, don't worry about it. It's not going to be that bad, But this is the one. Let's see. Small Time Public says there will be a parade this Sunday in Mobile in memory of Jimmy Buffett. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all.
You know what he passed away of, Joe John?
Let's see. Let's take a look.
Cancer, a rare form of skin cancer.
Was it skin cancer?
Yes.
Wow, that hits close to home for you. I know you've dealt with that a couple of times. Wow.
I jumped out of you real quick, dude. Well, he spent his life out in the sun, man. So.
Oh yeah, he spent his whole life on a fucking beach. No doubt.
This thing was not a shock to his family because they were all there at the very end, and they kind of knew that this was coming for him.
Mm-hmm.
Skin cancer.
That's a shame. That's a shame. I mean, not exactly young, but not exactly old either. He was right there in the window.
76, dude. I mean, look at Mitch McConnell, dude. Check him out.
Oh, we're gonna look at him here in a little bit. You know that. We're going to look at him here in a little bit. But yeah, let's raise a toast. I don't think you've got any left, but I'll do it myself. You be vapor locked. I'm going to raise a toast to Gary Wright, Steve Harwell, and Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, I'm empty, bro. So yeah, cheers.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
The Guinness was tasting good tonight.
yeah, it was. Oh man, look, I have to talk shit about you when you fuck up, boss. Relax. Stop yelling in my freaking ear.
It's him! What do we got? What do we got?
We got earthquakes, boys and girls.
What are you doing, bro? Stop that. Stop that. Stop that.
Check it out. Small time.
Stop that. Stop that.
Small time Republic says Mitch McConnell violates the dead air rule.
He does, man. He wouldn't make it on this show, bro. We'll take it easy on the old timers. Dead air.
Okay. We're starting off the earthquakes tonight with USVI says that JP Morgan notified Treasury of more than $1 billion in Jeffrey Epstein human trafficking transactions after he died.
After he died. JP Morgan notified Treasury of more than $1 billion in Jeffrey after he dies.
Yeah. Dating back 16 years.
After
After he dies.
Not while it was happening. After.
Yeah, after. Yes. Really great stuff. But, he committed suicide then.
Did he now?
Yeah.
It's debatable. It's debatable.
This guy is not getting off the radar, but some of these headlines, man. And this guy is not the Simple Jack Award winner. Alex Murdaugh, the lawyer that killed his, got convicted of killing his wife, loses prison phone and tablet privileges after lawyer records phone
He killed his
call
wife and one of his sons, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then he tried to pay a convict in the freaking jail to kill him.
Yeah.
This guy's off the chain.
Yeah. Well, he lost his privileges because the lawyer.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
You just don't want me to talk tonight. Okay, I got
Stupid is, stupid does,
sir. Pentagon to release declassified UFO photos and videos and reports on new website. Now, this new website, let's see, where is the website?
Where is the website?
Coming soon, U.S. government UAP related program activating reporting. Let me see if I can find it in here. UAP is what it's called. So we'll get the URL soon, but yeah. Unidentified anomalous phenomenons. They're calling them UAPs instead of.
Also, what is UFO offensive to the aliens now?
Apparently, it's offensive to the aliens. We've got to call it something else now. This is what they do. They manipulate language, man. This is what they do. I mean, that's just what they do.
Why was Kennedy killed? Who benefited? Who has the power to cover it up?
It's a good question. These are all good questions.
These are great questions.
They are great questions, man. Let's see what's going on with the next one. Oh, yeah. Apparently, Taiwan is not the only border dispute or control dispute that China has. Russia breaks silence over China map claiming its territory. Apparently, they've been at odds about this for years, about the Bolshoi Island.
Exactly. I told you that was coming.
The island is known for its and or black
known
bear.
Around the world.
Black bear in Chinese is what that word's supposed to mean. Yeah. So apparently Taiwan's not the only one. The Russia don't get along with them over territory either. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Two countries with leaders that just have what else are they going to do? I mean, they control everything. They have yes people all around them. So let's just make up shit to do because I'm damn bored. I'm bored. I want that island. It's supposed to be ours.
Yeah.
Keep your freaking break. This is what happens when you have
this is a country that's building up and creating islands to extend its 12-mile limit. You know that,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
It's
Been
crazy.
doing that for a while, dude. At least 10 years. At least 10 years.
More than that. Yeah. Okay. I got to show you a cool picture.
Pretty soon, China's going to try to say that Hawaii's theirs.
Right? Build them out that far.
That's what's going to happen.
You'll find a reef that reaches all the way out there, right?
That's ours. Moon. They already said the moon is theirs, I think.
All right.
Photos. North Pole is theirs. So.
Photos show.
Claim anything.
Photos show 6,000 octopuses in one spot. It's the largest known gathering ever found and a mystery that scientists only just solved.
Okay.
They use the heat from the vents to speed up their reproductive cycle and get an evolutionary edge. Excuse me. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Look at this. 6,000 octopi.
So they're huddling together so they can make more babies at a more efficient rate. Is that what we're saying?
I guess so.
Okay, cool.
Guess so.
Moving on. 1,000 million humping octopuses all together, creating friction and making babies. Yes.
And there
nature at work. Cool, man.
Now, we have a series of articles dealing with a certain subject that, my brother is really, really concerned with. And let's see the latest incident of this growing problem.
I'm sorry, I had a hard time hearing you.
That's okay. What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
Oh my God. This is it's getting really, this is sad, dude.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
Bro, that's just sad.
Well, you all, we're going to need a minute.
Yeah,
what is she back there doing with her hand? Is she trying to pull the string on him or something? What the fuck?
That's crazy, man.
That is abuse, dude. I mean, we joke about it, right?
What at what point is it elderly abuse?
They're running that guy out there knowing full well he's not of a solid mind anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And when he freezes, look what's going to happen, Joe John. I'm telling you, when they go into these Alzheimer things, when you start breaking down, your cognitive functions start breaking down. When you start freezing up like that, next thing is going to happen, he's going to be up there at the podium, he's going to freeze up, and then the Tourette's is going to come out. What are you going to do then?
Oh, God.
That happens. That's a real thing, dude.
I know it is. Yeah, that's wow. Let's hope.
That's sad, dude. He had no tie on. The guy looked like they picked him up out of the fucking homeless camp, stuck his ass in front of the damn cameras, and
they're asking about him about re-election campaigns and shit.
He's like, do I have to run again? Fuck.
Right. Real quick about the last one. If it ever came out that octopus and squid are not native to the Earth, then I would not be shocked. Weird animals. He says.
Weird, wild stuff.
But we got more on this, guys. Biden's biographer, the guy writing his biography, says it would not be a total shock if the president dropped out of the election race. Dude,
so are they laying the groundwork there? Is that what it's? Are they leaking something to kind of lay the groundwork?
Americans, well, I've got another headline, might be feeding right into what you're saying. Americans on both sides of the aisle want Congress term limits. Most Republicans, 86%, and Democrats, 80%. That's both sides of the aisle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have retirement age, which says you need to retire because you cannot function at a high level anymore. You can't do it anymore. Mm-hmm. Why do we not hold that to the damn politicians?
Yeah.
Look, 60 plus, you need to go retire somewhere. You've done your service, whatever, and go retire and enjoy your golden years, right?
Well, we were talking before the show, and I don't know if it'd be
Pelosi, Joe Biden. Look at the stats on both sides of Congress, the House and the Senate. Look at the average ages of these people, man. These are old people.
Mm-hmm.
I love my mother to death.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give her my remote control for my TV.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, maybe it should be retirement age, and that's late 60s. So, and Danny says 60. Boom.
If you're going into your 60s and you're running for president, no. If you've got a 5 and at the beginning of your age, go ahead and run. But if you've got a 6, you got to sit down somewhere. Number one, you don't even understand what it's like to live out in this world. Politicians for real don't, because they don't live in our world anymore.
Yeah.
And that's not what the founders intended.
Yeah.
You serve and then you go back to the private sector. That is not happening anymore. 30, 40, 50 years.
They're career politicians. Yep.
They don't even know what it's like to live out here.
Yep.
No.
Low Spec says those are not his aides, they're his handlers.
Whatever you want to call them. He's exactly right.
Yeah.
These old people that are running up there, they're not in charge. It's the people in the background. That chick that's trying to pull a string to get him to talk again, she's one of the people that's in charge. Running that old man out there like that.
I don't mean to laugh. I'm reading Small Time Republic's statement here. He says, we need a debate stage with Biden, Fetterman, McConnell, and Feinstein.
Oh, good Lord. Make sure you got plenty of Febreze and plenty of fucking Depends. Oh, my God. It'd be terrible.
That's awesome. Oh, my God. But Chris Christie latched onto this right away. He said, no one beats Father Time. He agrees with poll that claims most Americans think Joe Biden is too old to be president. And maybe they are laying groundwork, man, because this article says Kamala Harris says she may have to take over as president and is ready to do so.
Look, it wouldn't surprise me, but I'll say this. And there's a flip side of that coin. The polls say American people think he's too old.
Yeah.
He was elected president not 3 years ago.
Yeah.
They didn't think he was too old then.
No, they didn't. And he was 70 plus then.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you right now, if the other side of the aisle, the Republican Party, doesn't get his shit together and get a clear front runner, Joe Biden will win again.
Oh, let's hope.
He will.
Good Lord.
He will.
We've talked about this. I don't see anybody I want to vote for. I watched that Republican debate the other night and just got bummed afterwards. I was like, my God.
Joe Biden for another 4 years.
Front runner for the right. It's just, wow. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really.
Joe Biden will win again.
Oh, man. Well, let's move on from that subject. But yes, I'm starting to think, I think the cutoff should be the retirement age, Dan. You and I differ on the age, but
yes, we do.
Real politician thing needs to go. It really does.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. They have no linkage to. I hate these classes that we have, these labels that we have, but they have no linkage to just normal Americans out here working and have no ambitions beyond having their family, having their home, having their career, and just enjoying life. They have no linkage to that. That's why they keep chipping away at our freaking freedoms and keep imposing more policies on us to take more taxes from us and weaken our position. Our only voice is our dollar.
Yep.
And they're taking that as well.
Oh, they want to turn that digital. Small Time Republic says Jed and Christian 2024. Oh my God. You want to talk about starting wars and shit. Jesus Christ. Wait a minute. Christian's Canadian. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Okay. The next one we got here is Putin says he won't renew the grain deal until the West meets his demands. The West says it has. Russian President Vladimir Putin speaks to Turkish President Recep Tayyip.
Exactly. That dude is kick-ass, by the way.
They're meeting at Russia's Black Sea resort.
They weren't staying at the Holiday Inn, I can guarantee you that.
I would not be listening to that guy about anything. I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. I don't trust our own government, but I definitely don't trust this guy. That's for sure.
Now, we don't get a voice in that whole thing. So
this one right here, I had to laugh when I read this one. These are not Simple Jack Award winners, people. They're not. Believe it or not, they're not. Pakistani premier claims U.S. military equipment left behind in Afghanistan is now in militant hands.
No
Gee
way.
whiz. You think so?
How would that happen?
I have never understood leaving all the equipment behind. I thought our policy used to be to destroy the shit when we left if we weren't taking it with us. I mean, oy vey. It's almost like they wanted to arm these people. What the fuck? I don't get it. That's very weird.
Oh, you get it. You get it.
Now this one, oh my God! You want to talk about something? You want to talk about needing depends, bro? Oh, I wouldn't have wanted to be on this plane. Delta flight
Explosive.
into emergency landing by passengers' diarrhea. This is a biohazard. The friggin' pilot told told the air traffic control center. This is a. Apparently, I don't want to paint pictures verbally, but my gosh, you read this article, there was a trail of it all the way to the guy's seat.
So bad,
yeah.
dude. Can you imagine being on the plane, dude?
How would you like to be that guy when they had to turn the plane around? Oy vey. Yikes. In other news, Bill Gates Foundation buys Anheuser-Busch stock worth $950 million after Bud Light financial fallout.
Look, it'll rebound in about 10 years, and he'll make a truckload of money on it.
Oh, man.
He will.
I don't know. These country guys have pretty... I'll tell you who did it, who got people to stop buying that stuff. It was country music singers. There's even a couple of them that had Bud Light in the lyrics of their songs, and they changed the lyrics from when they sang in concert. You believe that shit?
Well, they made a command decision to change their direction midstream, and they didn't know their audience.
You talk about not knowing. You talk about not knowing your customers.
And, and the people they're trying to reach are not people that are going to spend money on beer anyway.
No. But that ESG score, we got to get that filthy ESG money. That's dumb.
What is ESG money? Enlighten me on that.
Oh, you don't know what that is, Dan?
No.
Let's see. I think it's. Let's see. ESG. Governance is G. Social is the S, and eco ESG. Eco social governance. It's basically how woke is your business. If you're not woke enough, you will be turned down for loans. You will be, you won't be able to get stuff.
Anheuser-Busch would be turned down for loans?
Yes,
I don't
sir.
think so.
That's what they're afraid of. They want easy money. They want easy money. That's why these guys are going with this woke agenda stuff.
They want more money. They want to capitalize on a different demographic, but they shot themselves in the foot in the meantime.
Big time. They screwed it up bad. They screwed the pooch on that one. Speaking of screwing the pooch, Maryland officer suspended after video shows him enter backseat of the car with a woman.
Dude, what's he doing with his body cam, by the way?
Yeah, well, it's not his body cam. That's not the video I saw. The video I saw was this one here. Let's see.
Oh, somebody shooting.
His wife's chiming in about this. This is all over the place, man. This one right here is all over the place.
Video shot from like across the street or something like that.
Right. I'm trying to get I might have to refresh this. Let's see if it.
My question is, where's his body cam? Are they like doing porno in there or something? He knows he's got his body cam on.
Yeah, you would think. Okay, this is an ad. Hang on. The video will show in just a second, guys. I had to refresh it. It wasn't working right. But this guy, look, he's married. He got busted on camera. He's been suspended. And his wife's chimed in about it. Come on, ad. Do they always have to have 30-second ads at the beginning of this video?
Yes, you got to sell stuff to be able to.
I understand. But
I don't think you do.
I do. It's just I'd like to get through it a little quicker. That's all. Let's find out where the video is. And this looks like a politician. Are they not even going to show us the story? Apparently not. Okay, great. Good job, guys. But he let's see, his girlfriend is John. Now I know it's on here. If I can get it to play, hang on.
Oh, good God.
And I'm sure it's not there. It is. Oh, and they're going to show me an ad, aren't they? Damn it. Yep, it's going to be an ad. But anyway, this man, dude, yeah, I get it. Woman filmed kissing Maryland cop before getting into patrol car, unapologetic in a New York Post interview. I've done nothing wrong, she says.
Yes.
What you got there, dude? What
This
you
is
got
the
there?
best coffee cup in the world.
Cool.
Got LSU on one side and the Saints on the other side.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is, guys. I know they talk about it here. Let me move it forward a little bit here so you can see it. I just don't want to play the sound. There it is right there behind her. Yeah. This is this is what's going on. Yeah. Big old fella and a short little girl right there. And that's, yeah. He got stone cold busted, man. Stone cold busted.
You almost wonder if she set that up.
Right? That's what I'm wondering.
You know what I'm
I got to
saying?
use a bad word here.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm going to use a bad word here. Ooh. Yep. She claims she's done nothing wrong. But he's
Did nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong, but check me out. I'm on TV now.
I'm on TV now. What's up? Yeah.
Got him.
Got him. Okay.
Got
this
his
one's
ass.
interesting. This is your state about to be sued. LA threatens to
Sue
sue
their
against Texas,
pants off.
and
Sue.
Texas sends a 12th busload of immigrants back to them. I love it.
So what is Louisiana sending immigrants to Texas and then Texas sending them back?
Texas. This is what's happening. LA is sending them to Texas, and Texas is sending them back.
This is Los Angeles.
Yes, Los Angeles
Yes,
is threatening
okay.
to sue Texas. Yes,
Okay, yeah. Well,
over this.
hey, sanctuary cities, and they come, and everybody's welcome.
What's
Here you
the
go.
problem, right? You got sanctuary cities. It should be no problem, right?
Here's a whole busload for you. Deuces.
Your arms are open, right? What are you sending them to Texas for?
Rock on.
Right? I don't think they're going to fare very well in that endeavor. Okay, boys and girls. That's it for the earthquakes. You know what that means?
For the earth. Oh, hell.
You know what that means?
Keep straps, dude.
It means it is time to buckle your chin strap, get your pads on.
Keep your head moving. Keep your head on a swivel.
Keep your head on a
Or maybe
swivel,
we won't.
baby.
Maybe we'll just do this.
Yeah, serpentine, Shell. Serpentine.
Maybe we'll
You know
just
why?
do this.
Because it's time to turn out the light.
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
Now pitching for the Dodgers. Many, Mota.
Mota.
Yes, the echo chamber is
By the way,
alive.
since the NFL show's back on, I'm going to show you the trailer for the NFL show when we leave tonight. That'll be our credits tonight. And I have that shot from a different angle. You know, the Bobby McRae.
I saw that the other day. I
Yeah.
saw that the other day on your you showed it to me. Devastation, bro.
But anyway, my
totally
final
different
word tonight, boys and girls, is misleading headlines again. First
Again.
of all, right? Why didn't I think of that?
Get you some, fool.
Oh, man. The first one is about this TikTok video that's going around. Mysterious pyramid was caught on camera atop Scottish mountain. Well, you know, check out the fact checkers, guys. I mean, while the video indeed showed a structure in the line of a pyramid in Scotland, the formation was actually a 19th century cairn. Human-made heap of stones. It was built by Queen Victoria to honor her late husband, Prince Albert. It's located on top of Craig and Lorachane, a mountain summit in the country of Aberdeenshire, Scotland. Now, all of that's so fun to read. It really is, because I can't understand half of that shit. I'm just glad a Scottish person didn't read this.
Look, I'm telling you right now. Okay, so this is what happens when you don't go outside anymore. Okay, so we got like 3 generations of people that lived on the internet, and now they're all starting to venture outside. Oh wow, look at that! There's a statue of this lady holding this torch, and that's got to be alien. It's the Statue of Liberty, man. You got to get out sometime. Only been there
the other
forever.
one I had to show you is this one, man. This one here. Danelo Cavalcante. No, that's yours. Where's the one I had? What was the one I had? The other one's gone. Well, shit, I had a great one too. What the hell happened to it? Oh well, I guess we're gonna go straight to Daniel's. Damn it, I had a good one there too. What was it, Daniel? I don't remember what it was. I don't know.
I don't know, Mitch. I don't know what video you had.
I don't know, Mitch. Right? The hell? Oh,
are you going to run for re-election, Mitch?
I don't know why it closed. I don't know why it closed.
I don't know why it closed.
They got
I'm
the
in control here, but I don't know why it closed.
Shut up, asshat. You try and do this, guitar
I thought
player.
you were asking me something. Oh, you're speaking out loud.
NASA's Mars rover Perseverance finds shark fin and crab claw in ancient river.
Hell yeah. Let's take a look at those. The shark fin and crab claw.
Let's look at this.
Check that out, man.
Shark fin and crab claw.
Oh, look like rocks to me, bro.
They're fucking rocks.
Wow, it's rocks.
Give me a damn break.
It's a shark fin and a crab claw.
Stupidest looking shit I've ever heard of, man. Damn
when
it.
You're eating mushrooms, I guess that could be misconstrued as a shark fin and a crab claw. But here in the real world, that's rocks, dude. Sorry.
That's rocks. Real quick before we get to your award winner for this week, Small Time Republic says Andy Reid will tie Tom Landry tonight with a win. Well, he's going to tie Tom Landry then.
Andy Reid, big fan of his. Everywhere he's gone, has been winners, and it's good to see him winning Super Bowls finally. You know,
yeah. His Achilles heel when he was with Philadelphia is he couldn't get a yard when he needed it on the ground. He just could not do it, no matter what he did.
Well, his Achilles was his quarterback.
Yeah,
you know, the guy was great up until the Super Bowl, and they just couldn't get over the big hump. And then when they finally got the Super Bowl,
but you know that Super Bowl that they made it to, man, Terrell Owens showed out. You can say what you want about that dude. Yeah, he showed up.
When they needed
a bad wheel and showed out, man. He really did.
Quarterback is puking in the huddle, dude. It doesn't bode well.
It's a bad sign. Okay, well, boys and girls, it is time to give out the Simple Jack Award for this week. And what are we talking about? We're talking about the Simple Jack Award. That award that goes out to those folks that are trying to do the right thing, but they just can't quite get it done. You know, they just can't quite get it done. They have good intentions. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes, you know, they just can't get it done. And this week's Simple Jack Award winner,
Penitentiary Edition,
straight out of PA edition, Daniel Cavalcante, prison escape, murder convict spotted in Pennsylvania town as search enters 8th day. Now, he was spotted.
I checked the update. He's still out. He's still at large.
Video shows inmate crab walk up wall to escape PA prison. And finally, before I let my brother comment, and I'll show this on the sidebar, video shows murderer who escaped a Pennsylvania prison using the same route as another inmate who broke out in May.
In May of the same year.
The first guy to try and pull this off. Check it out, boys and girls. Check it out.
Sometimes
And of course, they're going to have a damn ad, but that's okay.
men's problems can be hard to hide.
I can always pause that and bring us down to here, and I will show you the video when it's ready. Go ahead, Dan. Tell them how great the penitentiary system in Pennsylvania.
Well, I think you've already covered everything I was going to say, dude. Yeah. You know, he uses the same route as some guy a month ago. You can't clean that up in a month. You can't say, okay, we've got a blind spot here. We got to fix that. No, let's just act like it doesn't exist. And now this guy, he's in murder, by the way, for life, right? For killing his ex-wife, stabbing her to death in front of their kids. This is a bad dude. And he's wanted for another murder in Brazil. So this is a bad character. This is a bad dude, right?
Wow.
And he uses the same fucking technique as a guy did back in May of the same year.
And this is it. This is it right here. Hang on 1 second. I had to run it back about 10 seconds, but here he goes. This is the crab walk we're speaking of here. Check him out. There he is highlighted. He just
Now look, Joe John, you see that guy down the bottom right?
Yep.
He's watching out for him. As soon as he disappears, that guy goes away.
Yep.
But this is the same thing another inmate did in May of the same year. He gets up on top of the roof, and somehow, I don't know how he gets outside the grounds by doing that. Does he go on a power? It doesn't say how he gets out. He gets to the roof, and then beyond that, maybe he was sky hooked like they did in fucking Vietnam. I don't even know. He got out.
I did see in one of the stories when I just read the headlines, but I did see in one of the stories that when it happened in May, they told him to put a fence with razor wire around the roof. And that would keep him in. And
not character.
No, apparently not.
Now he's out. And look, man, they've got video of this guy moving through the woods, going through people's yards.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so they set up a perimeter, about a 2-mile perimeter around where they think he was holed up, right?
Right.
And then you get another video of him sneaking through the perimeter. So what they do, they open it up 5 more miles. This guy's still out there. He's used the same technique as another guy did a month prior to that. They didn't close up this blind spot. They knew they had a blind spot. And now this is a very bad person right here. This is a bad dude right here.
This is a bad dude. He's
this
dangerous.
Wolf is out there amongst the sheep in Chester County Prison. I mean, there's no excuse. Absolutely no excuse. And he's out there. He's out in public.
So who's the award winner? Is it Chester County Prison or is it the PA penitentiary system?
Chester County Prison is the freaking Simple Jack Award winner. They knew they had this problem and they did nothing about it. And now this murdering piece of shit is out amongst them. And then they've seen him. They set up perimeters. And this guy goes through the perimeters.
It's a dangerous man,
dude. It's just totally asinine. And that's all I have to say about that.
Never go full retard.
And they went full retard. They didn't
went
fix
full retard.
It happened back in May, and they
knew they had this problem, man.
Unbelievable. It's just the worst. It is the worst.
I'd be squeezing that freaking lookout or all he's worth is figure out where this guy's going.
Right? Yeah. Put him in the hole for a while.
Those convicts, they speak, they talk about things.
That's probably how he figured out to do it.
Yeah.
It's probably somebody did this back in May. I can do that.
I'd be squeezing that lookout's head until it popped off and figure out where this guy's going. He's sneaking through the perimeters. Come on, what the fuck? Is it like 2 guys out there looking for him or what? I'll be on this end. You be on that end, or what is
We'll find him. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh man, dude.
We're fucking bloodhounds, man. Why they got? What's going on?
You know, it just made me think of. Have you seen the movie Tag, Daniel?
Yes, I have.
Oh my God! You remember the wedding reception where the one guy gets distracted and he's calling him on the radio, and the homeboy goes right through that door at the golf course.
Yes.
There it is, man. You know how they're doing it. They're throwing Punani at the fucking perimeter guards.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, it's horrible, man.
They got him on video damn near every night. You know,
we've seen him. We've seen him.
Oh. You can't catch him.
All right, boys and girls, that's our show for this evening. We got to get back to the football game, and my brother's got to get some rest. He got to work in the morning. So let me let you know what's going on with the channel. Of course, you know you're watching the Brothers Hack the Matrix, and there he is right over your shoulder right there, Dan. There he is. He's been spotted again. There he is.
Again.
He's been
Can't catch
spotted
him.
again.
Can't catch him. Can't catch him.
Can't catch him for nothing. Where is it? Why is it I can't find the videos when I want them? There. Again! We do it every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Be sure to tune in and see what's going on with the clown show that is 2023. And then, of course, the next time you'll see me is when I work on my comic book, Sketching the Privateer. Now, this week, it's going to be live from Shop Till You Drop in Bossier. I'll be showing you the vendors there and my cousin's show and what Rhonda, the Foxy one's doing and everything. So tune in for that Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, we've got pregame party. We've got the second part of our prediction show because we've got to predict who's going to win the divisions, who's going to be the wild card teams, who's going to the Super Bowl. We're doing all that Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Time. 2 hours before kickoff for your Sunday slate of games. And then Monday, my busiest day of the week, I'll be on with Gary. He's finally back after a few weeks. He's on the mend, and he's going to be covering The Last Samurai. I'll be on there for Military Monday, morning coffee with Gary, at 10 a.m. Central Time on Monday. And then Monday afternoon, I'll be on That 70s Rock Fan with him at 4 p.m. Central Time. I'm not sure what he's doing this week. It's usually a movie, a comedy thing, or something to do with music. Last week he did Motorhead, and I heard that was a good show. I wasn't able to be on that one. And then that night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, part 14 of my walkthrough of Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, video games, cocktails, and fails. Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, 6:30 p.m. Monday. And then, of course, we do it again, but at its regular time, 10 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday. And this week I'm going to be playing DC Universe Online on Tuesday. And then, of course, on Wednesday is the Pop Culture Show. I was lucky enough to get Paulie from Latino Slant was on last night. He's the one that schooled me about Blue Beetle last night. If you didn't get to see that, definitely check out the replay of that. Paulie's one of my favorite people. I was so proud to have him on. And that's State of the Atmosphere, where we talk about pop culture stuff, all the movies and TV shows and comic books and stuff like that we dig. So that's my lineup. And the Highlander is ready to check things out and get gone. And so am I. And we're going to leave you with, and just because we need to see a different angle of that crime that happened in that playoff game down in New Orleans.
It gets better and better.
It was a complete crime. The man should have been taken off in cuffs. Bobby McRae is who I'm speaking of. And it's part of our trailer package for my Sunday show that I love very much. Hang on. We got a comment before we get out of here. Das Wolfen pops in and says, just popped in to say hi and leave. I like Go Chiefs. Of course she does. You see, he's got a Chiefs hat on, old Das Wolfen there. But anyway, you'll see Das Wolfen in this trailer that I'm about to show you of NFL pregame party. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.